Let's take a look at Dogecoin. Last time we looked at Dogecoin was yesterday, October the 4th. Here is a quick recap. It was forming this very nice cup, and for the past 3 days, it consolidated or built out this handle that is also this ascending triangle. Those were able to cross to the upside 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Every time when the price dropped, buyer step in and support the price. So the minute Bitcoin stabilize and trend up, which I think Bitcoin will, Bitcoin is in the process. By the way, let's quickly take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin formed this very nice cup and handle. It is in the process of breaking out. So Bitcoin is looking very bullish. The breakout from this cup and handle could take Bitcoin to about 56,000. And a stabilized Bitcoin is definitely good for Doge. Those should be able to cross to the upside again, stabilize over that, and run up as part of the breakout of this cup and handle. The target for those would be right at around the 25.5 cents. Fast forward, this is the hourly chart for Dogecoin, and the data I have is to 5:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yesterday, when we look at Doge, was right at around this point. Doge was forming this cup and handle base. As we had anticipated late yesterday, Doge broke out, volume pick up, ran all the way to about 24.9, retrace, consolidate. Right now, Doge is looking to retest this high again and is looking toward running to our target price of 25.5 cents. Switch to the daily chart. The chart is actually looking much better than before. Let's quickly go over some of these indicators. Around the middle of September, we had this really bearish signal when the 10 days dropped below the 50 days. After that, we saw the price drop from about 26 cents all the way down to below 20 cents. Since then, those started to rebound. And now, the 10 days is changing direction and heading upward. At the same time, the 50 days also changed direction and heading downward. So if those continue to stabilize and trend up, it is just a matter of time before we see this crossover again, in which the 10-day would cross over and then lead the 50 days. That would be a very bullish signal. Last time we saw that happen was the first week in August when Doge was trading at around 18 cents. After this crossover, we saw the price spike up all the way to about 34 cents. So we definitely need to see Doge continue to stabilize and trend up to get the 10-day to finally cross over and lead this 50-day. One bearish signal is yesterday the 50 days officially crossed over and lagged behind the 200 days. This is what we call the death cross. Around the second week in June, we saw death cross appear on the chart for Bitcoin. This is when the 50-day crossed over and dropped below this 200 days. And after that, Bitcoin retraced from about 42,000 down to below 30,000. Price then reversed direction and ran up. And finally, around the first week in September, the 50 days crossed over and lead the 200 day. Death cross turned into a golden cross. And after that, Bitcoin stabilizing and is heading up now. So Doge is facing this death cross. It will need to continue to stabilize and trend higher so that the 50-day can eventually reverse direction and then cross over and lead the 200 days again. Otherwise, technically, as long as Doge is still trading in this death cross pattern, there's a very strong possibility that the price could retrace more. And we definitely don't want to see that happen. Volume starting to pick up a little bit. That is a good sign. The stochastic oscillator is also showing momentum is picking up. The Bollinger Band is contracting, and those have moved away from riding the lower band to riding very near the upper band. That is also another very good sign. Go back to the hourly chart. Doge broke out of this falling wedge, ran up, formed this cup and handle, broke out. Target for this cup and handle is 25.5 cents. But as part of the breakout of this falling wedge, it should take Doge technically to the prior high where it started forming this falling wedge at around 32 cents. The first step is Doge broke out of this cup and handle. And the target for this cup and handle would take those to 25.5 cents. The next step is very important, whether or not Doge would find enough buying support, cross over 25.5 cents, and run to the next target of 32 cents. The reason I'm saying that is Doge right now is officially in this death cross. A rejection at 25.5 cents could potentially result in the seller be able to force the price down, where those would likely retest this prior low again. And this is definitely something we don't want to see happen. What concerns me is as long as those continue to trade in low volume, this possibility can happen. So in summary, the chart is looking better. But Doge is still facing a lot of headwinds, especially with this death cross. In the short term, I expect to see Doge reach 25.5 cents. But the key after that is whether or not Doge could find enough buying support, cross over that, and run to our next target of 32 cents. So the 25.5 cents is the key price that we need to observe. One of the questions I've been asked is why Shiba Inu is outperforming Dogecoin. I think there's a combination of these two possible answers. First, the reason Shiba spiked up because of Elon Musk's tweet. He tweeted the picture of his Shiba Inu puppy on the hood of the Tesla car. That created a rush to buy Shiba Inu. The second thing is the market cap of Shiba prior to the spike up was only about 3 billion. Now, even after this major spike up in price, the market cap is only at around 6 billion. So when the market cap is low, it's a lot easier for us to see this major spike up in price. Very similar to what happened to Doge around the early part of this year. Now, if we look at Doge, the market cap for Doge is at 32 billions, or about 5 times the market cap for Shiba. It is a lot harder for those to spike up at the same percentage as Shiba right now. So I think a combination of low market cap as well as the tweet from Elon that's helped Shiba to spike up. That's it for this video, and don't forget to click that like button and reward me with a like if you appreciate the content that I'm presenting. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button and subscribe, and make sure you turn notification on. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me at Vietmaxim, because I provide constant update on all of our favorite cryptos.